Ravens fans, we got some news that could change everything for our season. What happened to one of our top players, Roquan Smith, is something that has everyone worried. The defense, which has been our big strength, could get a lot weaker without him on the field, and we know this is a huge blow. In today's video, we'll dive into the impact of this injury, what the Ravens are doing to handle it, and how this could affect Monday's game against the Chargers. Stay until the end to find out what this means for the team and what we can expect for the future of our defense. Go Ravens! Roquan Smith is the heart of the Ravens defense. He leads the NFL in tackles this season, with 110 so far, proving that he's always where the team needs him most. Whether it's stopping big runs or breaking up passing plays, Smith is the guy that makes you feel more confident just by being on the field. He's not just effective. He's a leader who sets the example on every play. For the Ravens, he's much more than a linebacker. He's a game changer. But what makes Smith so special isn't just his ability to make tackles. He's like a coach on the field, adjusting the defense and ensuring his teammates are always in the right place. Without him, the team loses that organization, and often, they become more vulnerable. It's like taking the steering wheel out of a car. The defense can still move, but it's not going in the right direction. Smith's absence creates a gap that no one on the roster can fully fill. Moreover, we're at a critical point in the season. The Ravens are facing the Chargers, who have a fast and talented offense. To stop players like Justin Herbert and Austin Ekeler, the defense needs to be in perfect sync. Without Smith, that task becomes a lot harder. But will he manage to recover in time? Harbaugh has provided an important update on the situation. Roquan Smith suffered a hamstring injury during the fourth quarter of the Steelers game, and that immediately raised alarms across the team. He missed practice on both Wednesday and Thursday, sparking worries about his availability for the game against the Chargers. However, John Harbaugh brought some relief by saying that Smith is not yet ruled out. According to the coach, Smith is putting in everything he has to recover and still has a chance to play on Monday, which gives hope to all Ravens fans. Smith's effort is clear, but the situation is still delicate. A hamstring injury requires careful attention, especially for a player as crucial as him. Rushing his return could make things worse, risking both his health and the Ravens' season. It's a decision that requires a balance between the desire to have Smith on the field and the need to protect him for the challenges ahead. If Smith can't go, the impact will be felt across the defense. The loss of his leadership and playmaking ability would force the team to adjust their strategy. Players like Patrick Queen would need to take on even more responsibility, while the defensive line would have to step up to fill the void left by one of the best linebackers in the league. If Roquan Smith can't play, the Ravens will face a major problem. He's not just the best tackler on the team, he's also the leader of the defense, the one who organizes everything. Without him, communication on the field could suffer, creating dangerous openings for an offense like the Chargers. Players like Patrick Queen, who are already important, would need to take on even more responsibility, both in execution and leadership. Furthermore, Smith's absence would completely alter how the defense functions. He covers a huge area of the field, stopping both the run and pass with the same efficiency. Without his presence, opponents can target the zones he defends so well. This forces other players to step out of their original roles to cover these gaps, which can end up exposing other areas of the defense. It's a domino effect that's hard to control. Even with these challenges, the Ravens can't afford to lower their guard. The coaching staff will need to create a smart game plan to minimize the damage from Smith's potential absence. And while the team adjusts their strategy, players like Kyle Hamilton and Odafe Oweh will have to step up even more to stop the Chargers' offense. But it's not all bad news for the defense. There are some good updates from the injury report that could bring some relief. Well, we've passed the halfway point in the video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important for YouTube to keep promoting my content, so make sure to hit that like button. It's free, and it helps a lot. Thank you. Let's keep going. Roquan Smith isn't the only Ravens player dealing with important injuries ahead of the game, the Chargers. Wide receiver Nelson Agholor, who had been playing well, missed Thursday's practice due to an illness. The surprising part is that he was 100% during Wednesday's practice, so his absence came as a shock. While Agholor's illness doesn't seem to be serious, his absence could still affect the Ravens' offense, which is already dealing with injuries at the wide receiver position. In addition to Agholor, Defensive tackle Travis Jones and safety Sanusi can also miss practice due to ankle injuries. Both players suffered these injuries during the loss to the Steelers, and their absence could weaken the defense even more against the Chargers' explosive offense. Jones, in particular, has been key against the run, and his absence could be felt when trying to stop Austin Ekeler. Kane is also an important part of the secondary, and his absence creates a gap in coverage. These injuries, combined with Smith's situation, put the Ravens in a tough spot. But it's not all doom and gloom. Players like Kyle Hamilton and Odafe Oweh, who returned to practice without issue, are key pieces who can help balance the team in critical moments. With these players performing at their best, the Ravens' chances against the Chargers could improve. With so many uncertainties surrounding the roster, the focus is now on the game against the Chargers. Even with the injuries and Roquan Smith's recovery, the Ravens have no choice but to push forward and find ways to win. The Chargers' offense is one of the most dynamic in the league, with Justin Herbert leading the charge and Austin Ekeler threatening both in the run and the passing. The defense needs to be at its best to deal with these threats. Although losing Smith is a tough blow, the Ravens have some key players returning, like Kyle Hamilton and Odafe Oweh, who can help balance out this. Plus, under the leadership of Coach John Harbaugh, the coaching staff has shown great skill in adjusting game plans even in the toughest situations. The key will be adapting quickly to the changes and ensuring that the team works together as a. The Ravens face a big challenge ahead, but with the right pieces in place and a solid game plan, they still have everything they need to fight. With a determined team and the support of the fans, it's possible that this squad can overcome the obstacles and push forward in the season. As the Ravens navigate through these injury challenges, the path forward is all about adaptability. Roquan Smith's potential absence is a tough pill to swallow, but it's not the end of the road for this team. The Ravens have consistently shown resilience, with players stepping up when it matters most. Whether it's Kyle Hamilton in the secondary or Patrick Queen taking on a bigger leadership role, this team has a depth of talent that could surprise us all. The key will be whether the Ravens can adjust to these challenges on the fly, particularly with their defense, which has been a cornerstone of their success. It's crucial for the coaching staff to find ways to keep the defense organized and aggressive, even without Smith at the helm. And while the Chargers present a formidable challenge, the Ravens have always risen to the occasion when faced with tough opponents. Looking ahead, it's clear that the Ravens season is far from over. With the right adjustments, the team can still push forward with confidence, but it will require every player to elevate their game. The next few weeks will be critical, not just for their playoff hopes, but for proving their resilience and determination. With so many uncertainties and injuries in the team, it leaves us wondering how the Ravens will adapt without Roquan Smith on the field. But with the talent and dedication of our squad, there's still room for hope. Do you think the team will overcome this adversity and stay strong for the rest of the season? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss what to expect from this big challenge, the Chargers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all Ravens news.